shows evidence of more than 5 major climate changes over the last...
Assalamu alaikum.
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20
The light from these terrible fish helps the friends read the address where they are likely to find
365 days on Earth.
The tides rise and fall twice a day as the gravitational pull of the moon pulls and pushes the ocean.
Space. Alexandra Wood. Our planet Earth.
Helps are also being slowly grazed away by a silent predator.
I have a geology degree and I also have a marine geomatics degree.
Satan says, no, I want it for myself. So he steals it.
Predators in the oceans are often thought.
And now it's time.
Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which this week in the...
The craziest part is that it only took him a little over a year to
Crabs scuttle about these tide pools, scavenging off of dead animals. Sometimes fish get trapped in these pools as the tide drops. And if
God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them.
something about the sea has always pulled us in, whether we're...
that David Stedman identified started about 1,000 years ago.
Every person in the world sees the sun during the day.
To explore underwater technology and the
Giant kelps grow up to 150 feet and can grow nearly 3 feet in a single day.
Then you can ignore that and put that at a future time.
Have you guys ever looked under the waters here in Iqaluit?
We've got a speed challenge for you. If you subscribe to Facts Junkie and hit the bell icon in the next 5 seconds...
Hello everyone! The depths of the ocean are one of the most understudied areas.
Not far away, their neighbors are feeding in a fig tree.
If you've played the first one, I'll mention at the end the differences.
Ancient civilizations thought that Earth was flat.
And all the hard work paid off when at 17 years old, she got...
The tides rise and fall twice a day as the gravitational pull of the moon pulls and pushes the ocean.
Are entirely new to science. It's clear that centuries ago, the barren islands of the Bahamas weren't.
These are the keystone species, whose presence keeps the balance in the ecosystem by determining the numbers of others.
Brian is one of the world's most experienced cave divers.
Giant worms untold for Vince. Henry Kotash wasn't doing just 1 or 2 push-ups here.
Compelling or even sinister deep-sea discoveries and oceanic enigma.
Crabs scuttle about these tide pools, scavenging off of dead animals. Sometimes fish get trapped in these pools as the tide drops, and if the pool is too shallow and warm, it can stretch.
Ibu, pa-birthday!
we have an ROV kit here. And can you guys tell me what an ROV is?
Well, that struggle is something Andrew Kustash doesn't even remember. That she became the first female teenager to ever be allowed
To better highlight the differences,
Sumabit. Ayun na, pero...
So, agad kaya.
Blue holes get their name.
Just for life, I feel like I'm living.
The ocean is such a cool place with fishes and whales.
Forming aquarium-like habitats called tide pools.
A group of researchers from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric
Kelps are in trouble. Severe storms.
An unfamiliar chimp call raises the tension. It's an uncertain time. The size of the rival group is as yet.
This area between the high and low tide mark is known as the
into land controlled by their neighbors.
Forming aquarium-like habitats called tide pools.
All need to be on maximum alert.
This area between the high and low tide mark is known as the intertidal zone, a dynamic environment.
Now look what happens at verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought.
But don't worry, you don't need to have played the first one to play this one.
the second type, allergenic engineers, alter habitats.
As they leave their core zone, the patrol
Edition, and really excited to be here today working with the community.
So the best
Morning, Water Sea.
I keep a Polaroid of the love we had.
It's a female returning to her lair.
Where it was like bobbling on the water. It's not just dry land itself then. So,
Water Sea, we are on a hunt.
However, there are spiders that live in the ocean, and their land relatives can hardly compete with them, since their legs can reach up to 50 centimeters. But these animals use their 8 limbs not only
On the makes an easier target.
To symbiosis. But at the heart of these diverse and vibrant communities are certain species that hold the system.